In our previous sessions, we have done the quadratic expressions and equations. So today I want us to go through how we are going to solve the quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. So the formula simply is x is equals to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac and then all of them over 2a. So don't panic about this formula. Most of the times you find them out in the cover page. Actually, the last pages of your mathematical table, the 4 figures mathematical table. So you have this example, ax squared. Remember, this is the form that any quadratic equation takes. So ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Whereby now, a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is our constant term. Now, having this formula here, you realize that we are saying x is equals to minus b. You can see there is b, a, and c here, as we have seen in the quadratic equation form. So we have this example whereby you have been told x squared plus 3x plus 1 is equals to 0. For example, if you are told to solve this one using the quadratic formula, first we are going to get the values of the coefficient of a, the coefficient of x squared, the coefficient of x, and then the constant term. So here we can say, because we are having a, b, and c here, we can say what is a. A is this one, remember, is the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared here is 1. That's why it has not been written 1. So it has not been written anything. For example, if it was 2, the coefficient of x squared should have been 2. Now the coefficient of x squared is 1, and then we have the b is equals to 3. Remember, it is positive 3. You also take the sign because positive 3 and 3 is the same. And then c is equals to 1 or positive 1. So we are also considering the sign. So having this one now, if you have something like, now our a is 1, our b is 3, our c is 1. Now from here, we just replace them in this quadratic formula that we have here. So I want us to do, we solve this one using the quadratic formula. Solve using the formula. So we start with this one. X squared plus 6x plus 4 is equals to 0. So we have our quadratic equation here. So we are told to solve for x. So now here we start with the solution. We say a is equals to 1. Here it is 1. A is 1. What about b? B is 6, positive 6, so it is 6. And then our c is equals to positive 4 or 4. And then now from there, we just replace them in our quadratic formula. That is, remember we said the quadratic formula takes this form a minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now x is equals to, this is minus b. So our formula, this, remember these are the signs of the formula. So we say minus b. Now our b here is 6. So we say minus 6 plus or minus b squared. Our b is 6, so it is 6 squared. And then minus into the bracket 4 times a. Our a is 1. And then our c is 4. So that is 4ac, and then over 2a. 2a and a is 1, so 2 times 1. So here we say x is equals to minus 6 plus or minus the square of 6 is 36. And then 4 times 1 times 4, this is 16. So minus 16 over 2a. So our x here is given by minus 6 plus or minus 36 minus 16 is 20. So the square root of 20 is 4. So the square root of that one is 4.472. And then the whole of this we divide them by 2. Now remember here the values of x will be 2. We have positive and then we have minus. So we start with the one with positive and then later on we move to the negative. So our x is equals to minus 6. We take the positive one plus and then we continue 4.472 and then we divide this by 2. So what do we get? So minus that one, do the summation there and then we get the answer. It will be, we divide this by 2, or we move the other way, that is negative 6. Now minus, we continue 4.472. We also divide this by 2. So what are the values that we are getting? We realize that the values that we are getting here becomes, this will be negative 0.764, or we get this as negative. You just do the subtraction there and you can see you get negative 5.236. So that is how we go about when we are told to solve using the quadratic formula method. So it is as simple as this. The only thing that you are supposed to do is just to place the values of A, B, and C in the formula, and what you get is the answer. So having said that, I want us to do another example, and then we continue. So we are going to solve this one. B x squared minus 9x minus 7 is equals to 0. So we say solution, and then we ascertain the values of A, B, and C here. So the value of A here is, the value of A will be 1. So this is 1. The value of B will be, most of the students will say 9, but remember it is minus 9. We also take the sign. And then the value of C will be negative 7. We also take the sign there. And then from there, we just place them in the formula. That is, x is given by minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac. The whole of that we divide by 2a. We start placing now. So we get x is equals to minus, remember the one we are starting with minus and then we move to b. So here we take the minus of the formula, and then what is our b? Our b is again negative 9. So we say negative 9. So this is minus and this is b. Our b was minus 9. So plus or minus, we continue from there, we say b squared, our b is 9. So we say negative 9 squared minus, into the bracket, 4ac. 4 times a, our a is 1 and our c is negative 7. Our c is negative 7, and then from there we say 2a, that is 2 times 1. 2 times 1. Then we continue from there, we say x is equals to, so we have minus and minus. When we multiply minus and minus, we get positive. So this becomes 9 plus or minus, we continue. So minus 9 squared, this becomes positive 81. And then we have minus, we also have another minus. So here we can say 4 times 1, which is 4, and then 4 times minus 7. So this becomes minus 28. So we have minus 28 here, then we have minus also here. So it is like minus into the bracket minus 28. So minus and minus becomes positive. So it becomes plus what? Now plus 20. We get plus 28. And then the whole of that, we divide them by 2. So our x here will be given by 9 plus or minus. We just do the summation here. So we do the summation there, and then we find the square root of them. So this 81 plus that one becomes 109. So 109, you find the square root of 109. So 109, when we do the square root, we will get 10.4, get 10.44, and then we divide this now by 2. So we have got two values here. So we have our two values. So we have the figure, we start with the first one, x is equals to, now here we move like this, so we just say 9, we start with the one with positive, so 9 plus 10.44, and then we move to the one with the negative, so it will be 9 plus 10.44 divided by 2. Now here, what we get, 9 plus that one becomes 19.44. 19.44 divided by 2 will give us 9.72. Or this one value of x, or now we move to this one with now negative. So it will be 9. So x is equal to 9 minus 10.44 divided by 2. And then you do the subtraction there, and then you will, the answer you get divided by 2, you end up getting negative 0.7, negative 0.72. Now briefly, we are saying this, so long as you are given this one, the first thing, for example, sometimes you might get an equation whereby this is mixed up. First, you return them to the original form of any quadratic equation, and then from there, you ascertain the values of a, b, and c. After getting the values of a, b, and c, you just now place them into our quadratic formula. So where there is b, you place them with b. Where there is a, you represent that with a, and then out from there, it's just a matter of just following steps as they go by. So this is now what we are calling the quadratic formula. It is normally very simple. You just follow the steps, and at the end of the time, you will find that you are going to get your results so long as you move fast, you become accurate, and then you do several exercises. So try this out. So try this at your own time. Find the values of x using the quadratic formula. This is 4x squared, and then minus 12x, and then plus 9 is equals to 0. So try this, and if it challenges you, kindly comment in our comment box so that we are going to highlight in our next session. Have a good day.